What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Godhood podcast. I am Tyler F. Martin, comic book creator, writer, publisher, and founder of Godhood Comics. Now, if you don't know what Godhood Comics is, go ahead and look us up, guys. Please look us up. We make absolutely amazing, high quality, top tier comic books. And I founded Godhood Comics about 10 years ago. We got legalized around 8 years ago, and we've been streamlining ever since. Okay. Um, but we haven't been consistent in communicating with our fans and our supporters and our family, so to speak. And that's what this video is about. 2024, 2023 for us was one of the worst 2 years of our inception. It just hit us both economically, creatively, operationally. I mean, if you are making comics, if you're into making comics, creating comics, then it is hard work at every level, especially when you are independent, because you're doing everything in-house. And listen, comic books take a lot of money. It takes a lot of money to make one single comic book, let alone when you have 5 or 6 in production and you're doing it all yourself. We're a team of 3. We've got myself, Fred Littles from Wiseacre Comics, and Pat O'Malley from Punch Publishing. Both our imprints and our partners, and these guys are my closest friends in the community, but just in general as well. So shout out to Wiseacre Comics, shout out to Punch Publishing. Make sure you guys go give them a follow and check out their books. It's so amazing. I would not be here today without them. But what I want to start doing is kind of getting back to who I am and my roots and the reason I founded Godhood Comics, and more importantly, the reason I fell in love with comic books. And that was to escape the harsh realities of things that were going on in my life early on, and just the harsh realities of things that go on in everyday society. Comic books, cartoons, animation, that was my way out. And I want to get back to teaching people because, as you know, guys, Instagram, Twitter, email, I get contacted a lot. We started doing the Godhood Comics Schoolhouse Initiative around 2020, right when COVID hit. And it was designed to teach people how to create their own comic books. A lot of people don't know how to create their own comic books. And more importantly, they think it's impossible. And so I wish we had the guiding tools early on that would have prevented me from making a lot of mistakes and losing a lot of money. And so that's why we built that initiative, which we're going to bring back this year. So stay tuned. But as I said, we had a lot of success. We've had a lot of support. We've learned a lot. But what I've noticed is that a lot of our stuff goes unseen due to the algorithms of the social media platforms. Now, whether that be shadow banning, whether that be oversaturation, whether that be, people are no longer interested, whatever the case may be, it just seems that a lot of our fan base is spread out. So like imagine you have like 7 fans, right? And they're coming to your concert all the time, and then they still your fans, but they move to different states. And so it's hard to kind of get them in one house to kind of get that impact of the support. And so that's what we're going to start doing with our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is going to be the priority. We're going to be up here talking about how to create comic books, doing movie, TV show reviews, introducing our comic books and characters, and letting you guys know the projects we're working on, our plans, everything. And every other social media platform is going to be second. Like YouTube's going to be first, then we're going to do TikTok, and then everything else is going to be second, because we want to shoehorn all of our supporters. And so if you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, if you've learned anything from this channel, if you have enjoyed any of the content from this channel, please, and you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and share our videos. But more importantly, subscribe, because this is where we're going when we release a new book. We need all of you guys to attack it. We need all of you guys to support the Kickstarter. We need all of you guys to pre-order the books. And so That's why it's going to be this. And if it leaks over to other platforms, fine. We appreciate them. But our family, all of our God hoodlums, as we call our fans, it's going to be coming from here. And so comment on this video, guys. Continue to email and DM me about what kind of content we want to see. But we are going back to the basics. We are going back to what it is that made Godhood such a powerhouse. And that was our love for making comics, but also our love for sharing how to make high quality comics. And we're getting back to that. Okay. So one of the things we have going on right now, guys, is I have always been in love with animation. I've always been in love with manga. I've always been in love with Power Rangers and Super Sentai and that whole spiel. And listen, I'm a 90s baby, so I was all over Digimon, okay? So I have great news. Right now, I have launched my new manga series, Street Knights, on Kickstarter, and you guys have got to check it out. All right. Not only are we going to talk about, we're not only going to show you our Kickstarter project, we're also going to talk about Kickstarter as a whole and really dive down into why we really need our supporters here and why we really need you guys to show out for us on this YouTube channel, but also interacting and intervening and telling us what you want to see and asking the right questions so we can make videos and prepare you guys to create your own things. All right. So as I said, we look at this, like we are up here. Okay. This is Street Knights #1, a 32 pages of a new take on Super Sentai. It's Power Rangers meets New Jack City and Digimon when 5 teens become ancient warriors to protect their city from an intergalactic evil. All right. So already you should be sold. Now we launched this, I think January 10th, and our goal was $10,000, right? We did that in like 8 hours. We did 13,000 in 8 hours. So now we're up to 22,445. But my overall goal for this campaign was like 80K, right? And now we have 12 days to go. So if you like what you see already, go ahead, click the link, and go support Street Knights to get your copy. All right. So not only do we want to create, the manga series, right? I think this would be an amazing animation. And so we're working on a couple of, like this is going to be the opening. We're working on a lot of the stuff here. I just want to kind of show you that. City lights, neon glow. Got the theme song too, but I ain't going to go into all that. All right. So we got 360 backers. Now here's the problem with this. 800 people signed up to get notified when we launched here. 800 people said, I like this campaign. When it launches on January the 10th, I want to back it. And so far, only 360 people have backed it. Now, we have over 70,000 followers on Instagram, 8,000 followers on Twitter, and 10,000 followers on Facebook. Not to mention about 5,000 people subscribed on our email list. And we have been blowing this stuff up. And literally, only 360 people have backed this campaign. Grateful is an understatement, because anytime someone is buying our books, like anytime someone is buying our books, like I am elated. Okay. But I feel, I don't know if people are just not seeing what we're doing. You get a lot of guys here, and that's another reason why we want to shoehorn the YouTube channel, right? Because I want, so when we do Kickstarters or we're creating comic books, I want to put it on YouTube. I want us to have a week talking about it, discussing it, you guys coming up, streaming with us. And then when we launch, everybody, all of you guys on YouTube, all of our supporters, our day one supporters, goes in on there and funds us. And everybody else outside of the YouTube space, it's just a plus. This is the family I want to lock in on. All right. So a couple of things. Here are a couple of pages of the campaign. We partnered with our co-creator, artist Gabriel Villabenoy. Sorry, Gabe's gonna destroy me for butchering his name. And man, he has done so amazing with this artwork. Like, he has killed it with this artwork. And so if you go to the Kickstarter page, you get to look at all the artwork that we've provided for this campaign. Look at that. Look at that. This is done by Ahmed Garzuli. And so what it is like a new take on Super Sentai is what I like to call it. Where you have these 5 teams. They're all from the 5 boroughs of New York City, and they all have these incredibly weighted traumas in their life that they're dealing with, and they all of a sudden just get ramsacked into this intergalactic plot, where these 5 celestial dragons come and basically imprint on them, turning them into the ancient knights. Now, because they live in New York City, and they're all like, you know, they're all the type of kids that they'll take up from somebody that's getting bullied on the street, right? And so not only were there knights, but they was like, you know what, we're street knights, because we're gonna take care of these streets. And what happens is you get a blend of them protecting the galaxy, but also not forgetting about the streets or their boroughs or their neighborhoods, just like your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. And again, the artwork, super stellar. Like, guys, go to the Instagram page, go to Twitter or whatever you can go, or just literally click the link on this. It talks about the story, everything that we have going on with the book. It goes into the characters. I mean, this project, we put so much in this project, easily should have been an $80,000 project. Look at the art. This is why I say I really think people aren't seeing, and a lot of Black comic book creators have had this same problem, where these social media platforms aren't showing our followers our stuff. And so it's very important that you not only be in the know, you know, turning on post notifications, subscribing to our email list, not only making sure that you're in the know, but you're intentionally and actively seeking the know, right? Because it's one thing to subscribe to our email list, and then when we send out an email, you don't open it. And we see all of those analytics. So, and again, it's not our supporters' fault. A lot of it is on me. A lot of it is on our consistency. And we will be doing better when it comes to our consistency. I have struggled for years to just turn Godhood Comics into this powerhouse, but we've struggled with operations and logistics, and it's hurt us in the long run. And so we're bringing on new team members. We're bringing on new procedures, and implementing new ways to really get entwined with our audience and our niche. And it starts here. Everything starts here. I'm telling you what we're about to do with this YouTube channel. I want to do about 2 to 3 episodes a week and stream once a week. But yeah. And so you can kind of go here. You can see all of the characters, the kids, what they're about, how they look in their night forms. But more importantly, you can meet the dragons, man. These dragons are so cute. And listen, I told you I was a fan of Digimon, so you know this is not the only form you're going to see. You can also check out the threats, both intergalactic and street level. I'm telling you, you're not going to want to miss this. You're not going to want to miss this. All right. And like, yeah, guys, just check this out. We've only got about 12 days left, but I think I just have a feeling that this is the one. Every time we've done a Kickstarter, we've done the most we've done about 27,000 for the antagonist series. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Uh, but I just thought that this one would do way more. And I think in part of it is because our fandom is too spread out. We've been too inconsistent. And, we have to take this more seriously, um, and give back to our fans more. But I do think it's almost 87% that we're shadow banned and people aren't seeing our things. All right, so go ahead and check that out, guys. Um, the link is going to be posted with the video. So go ahead and take about 5 seconds to check that out. Back the campaign. Every dollar counts. $1, $2, $20, $10, $500, whatever you can give to make this project come to life, to receive your copy. Because listen, the rewards are right here, and you're going to want to check them out. You're going to want to check them out. You're going to want to check out the covers. You're going to want to check out the trading cards and everything that we have. All right, regarding this campaign. Super interesting, super fun. All right. Now, listen, let's get back to Godhood Comics and kind of our plans as a publishing company. First of all, if you don't know about Godhood Comics, go ahead, head on over to the website. Nothing wrong with going to that website and checking out our books. Check out the books, guys. Check out everything that we're working on. Make sure you subscribe to our email list here. All right. Check out submissions, our imprints that we mentioned, Punch Publishing and Wiseacre Comics. But you can also go home, kind of read about what it is that we do. All the rest. All right. Yeah. So, welcome, God Hoodlums. That's you guys. You are hoodlums, but you're God hoodlums. All right. And our slogan is original, new, and necessary. And that's what we try to do. We want to tell original concepts, tell original stories, new complex characters, things that are necessary to the pop culture, things that we really need to listen to, read, and understand. All right. And now this website, we're going to get a new website updated this year where it'll be much more simpler, much more user-friendly, much more easy to navigate. But this is the site as we have it now. And then go to shop. So one of the biggest things that we experienced, guys, was we did not account for early on for how fast and how big we would grow. And so what you had was Econ 101, where we had all of the demand and none of the supply. And I'll tell you, if you're a business owner and you sell anything, having all of the demand and none of the supply makes the demand go down. All right. And so we're sold out of physical copies. We've been sold out of physical copies since last year. But we have new books coming, new physical prints coming. That's why it's very important to turn on your post notifications on all of our social media platforms, whatever you're following us on, turn on those post notifications. Also, subscribe to the email list. So when these things are put on the site, when we get the physical copies and they're put on the site, you can be the first to know, and you can also be the first to get them before we sell out again. But you can go and get all of our books right now for digital download. Everything's available in digital download. Why is that not loading? What's going on now? What's going on here? All right. Everything's now right here is available for digital download. Check it out, guys. Here's the full antagonist trade volume, issues 1 through 7, digital download. And I'm telling you, man, this baby is a hit. But we're gonna do more on the antagonist, because one of the things that I really want to get into is connect with fans of the antagonist. Like, I need diehard antagonist fans to be in constant communication with me to kind of build that community around what we're doing with this series. All right. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, guys. And listen, excuse me. There is a lot we can achieve together. There's a lot we can achieve together. And I will do my part in making sure that we're there to support you, that we're there to give you the things that you want to see, that we're there to help you along your journey, and so forth. And being there for you, being there for us likewise. So having this relationship of content and creation, and that's my vision of Godhood Comics. We were never, uh, I could have easily. There's a lot of my colleagues, comic creator colleagues, who they will submit to Marvel or DC, and they never get picked up, or they never can do their ideas, and that's never what I wanted to do. Godhood Comics was always designed to be able to tell stories how I wanted to tell them, while interacting with our audience and giving our audience the opportunities that we as comic creators, Black comic creators, never get, right? And so, while everything, I do believe that everything should be merit based. I do believe that hard work, my mom taught me early on that hard work is going to outbeat your skin color. Hard work is going to do all the things that you want it to do. And I have done that. I have worked hard and I have been very successful. I've gotten lazy and I've lost it all. I've done all of that, right? And so while that is the case, I always wanted to take care of my own. One of the most amazing filmmakers. I mean, I absolutely love this guy, and Adam Sandler, right? And we tweeted today and we said, if you're going to create anything, be like Adam Sandler, right? And then someone says, with your team of people, rinse and repeat, baby. That's right. And from one of my favorite movies, that's not Disney, he says, precisely. All right, guys. So make sure you follow us on Twitter, X. Make sure you follow us on X. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. Make sure you subscribe to that email list. Make sure you subscribe to our Patreon. It's how we keep the lights on if we have a bad month in sales. And we can really become this powerhouse. And I want to show you guys some amazing examples of super, super honed in support, right? Of people who, well, let's sort this and look at the most funded comics on Kickstarter. Obviously, you got your G.I. Joe, Skybound Entertainment. Skybound, they make, they are the creators of Invincible, and they got the licenses to G.I. Joe. So obviously, they did 3 million, right? So I'm not going to even go over these licensed properties, because there's always going to be diehard fans there. Of course, Good Omens, Soul Reaver, right? So you have all of these things. Wow, that's amazing. Keanu Reeves, Berserker. I think they did. I know it was $1 million. It had to be $1 million. Yeah. Yeah, they did $1,447,000, right? And that was from 14,000 backers. Now we've got 70,000 people on our Instagram. Can you imagine if Instagram was showing all of our followers our stuff? That's not hard. That's not hard. And so that's why the goal is getting here on YouTube, creating these videos, getting connected with you guys, growing this audience. So listen, when we start hitting these Kickstarter numbers, we say, hey guys, we're on Kickstarter. Go ahead and pre-order this book. And 14,000 of y'all go here and back on the first day. That's the kind of grit and boldness and a community we want to establish here. All right. But of course, that's Keanu Reeves. We know he's going to make a lot of money. Okay. Gargoyles, obviously Boom Studios with Power Rangers. They go to Kickstarter and they take over. You have all these big brands that get on here and they make a lot of money. They get or or mid-level brands who have the funding to acquire licenses like the Labyrinth, and they can get on here and look, funded in 15 minutes. Funded in 15 minutes. Funded in 15 minutes. And let's see what funded means. So they got $25,000 in 15 minutes. 3,000 backers. 3,000 backers should be a day one thing if we're really locked in. And again, I'm blaming myself. But total, they did $660,000. My God. So again, guys, if you're watching this YouTube video, if you've chopped it up with us this long, go ahead, man, and hit the link and check out Street Nights and help us kind of hit our goal. Okay. Let's see. There's one in particular that I'm showing you guys that isn't from one of these huge brands, but he has built a community where they get in and they eat everything up. I mean, they eat everything up because it's good stuff. It's real good stuff. Yep, Boom Studios is gonna be top dog. And this is the most funded comics on Kickstarter, by the way. So this one was good. Well, it's a licensed property. It's Zorro, so I'm not going to count it. Here we go. No. Lady Death does big. I'm telling you guys, we could be on here cracking out numbers. Do I really want to do Dracula? Of course, Dracula's going to make money. I'm looking for more original content. More original content that's just strictly comic book. There we go. Dan Mendoza, Zombie. And let's see what this one made. And Dan does good. But Dan's following shoehorn in one place. It only took 1,000 people, 1,400 people to do $233,000, $445. And we're not even cracking 300 backers. We got to lock in. I got to lock in. And so this is the community we're about to start building, guys. And I really, really, really want you guys here with us on this journey of growth and self-discovery and building Godhood Comics to the brand that we intended it to become. Okay, go ahead, like, subscribe, and share. But what I want you to comment specifically is, what do you want from this YouTube channel? What do you want out of Godhood Comics? What do you want out of me? How can we help your creative goals? If you're a comic book creator, if you're a writer, publisher, editor, artist, inker, penciler, colorist, letterer, what do you want? How can we help you grow your platform? How can we help you grow your ideas? How can we help you create comic books? How can we support each other? All right, guys, this has been one of our first video. We're going to do another one on Wednesday. So Wednesday, we're going to upload another video. Let us know, because if you comment now, I'll know what the topic will be about. That way I can cater to one of the topics that you guys want to discuss or ask any questions. And then we can get that done. And I think we're going to start doing lives either Fridays. We'll start doing lives on Fridays, streaming on Fridays or Sundays. I'm still going to try to get the schedule together. And listen, we are about to turn up, but I need your help, guys. All right. Tyler out. Blessings, prayers. Amen.